Well, my phone goes off sometimes, just, I start talking about it, so what'd you say or something like that?
Can you all ensure that your mics are on?
Everybody's on? We'll call the meeting to order, begin with the pledge. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I would entertain a motion to approve tonight's agenda.
Can I add one thing to it? Just the topic of building permits,
Sure.
not any permit in specific.
Okay, let's put that, we can do that right after we get done. We'll do that item number 14. Were you going to be around, Dustin, until then? Any questions have to be answered? Sounds good. All right. Anything else? Okay, with that addition, I would entertain a motion to approve tonight's edition, or agenda.
Make a motion to approve the agenda. Second.
Discussion? Hearing none, motion is made and second to approve tonight's agenda. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries. On pages 1, 2, 3, and 4, you can see the minutes from our last meeting from October 20th.
Move to approve the minutes from last meeting.
Second.
Discussion? Hearing none, motion is made and second to approve the minutes from October 20th. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries. Public input. I'm going to add one. I know, and we welcome all those who watch our council meetings, but tonight we'll extend a special invitation, thank you for Aaliyah Schlechter, who graduated from high school here in Miller last year, and to fulfill one of her government assignments, she is tuned in tonight to take part in our meeting. So to Aaliyah, and then also to others who are watching, we welcome you. On pages, any other input?
Speaking of watching from home, I just got a message that we cannot hear Will. Is your mic on?
It is now, it wasn't.
Okay, very good.
Okay, and for that person, what was added to the agenda was discussion with regard to nothing in specific, but building permits in general, all right? Moving on pages 5 through 8 are information with regard to the department head reports. Any questions? Because the police department up first, I was going to ask Chief Huss to come up and share the news with regard to the being awarded the grant. So,
Yeah, I applied for the J. Byrne Department of Justice grant. What I applied for was body armor, 2 vests. The total was about $3,200, and we were awarded that grant. So we'll be ordering 2 body armor vests,
okay,
and that's 100% reimbursement.
very good. All right, any questions with regard to that or anything else on Chief Huss's report? All right, well, thank you for that. And this goes to, maybe this is the old government teacher coming out of me. It just signifies the importance of federal, state, and local cooperation, to help get funding for various items such as this. And so we thank you, and we also thank those who granted us this award for that for those vests. Anything else? With any of the other departments? I might have Terry come up later because we're gonna talk about a change order later on in the meeting with regard to Olson Construction. And we'll discuss that a little bit. Anything else on that? Okay, moving forward on page 9, it addresses the fund request that were previously asked for. And through the meetings we had, we have the donations that will be addressed by our 2026 budget. So basically, I'd entertain a motion to, with regard to the general dollar fund, and then I would, we'll address that, and then we'll go to the utility credit, so.
Make a motion to award, funding requests as specified.
Second.
Discussion. Hearing none, the general funding, are you talking about the first one or both of them?
Both.
Okay, to
The-
both, okay. To the general fund dollars and also the utility credits. We have a motion and a second to grant that funding. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries. Should have had discussion before that, but, so you see on the screen with regard to the donations of the budget, and then you also see with regard to the utility credits. Okay? All right. Moving forward, we will have the readings of, the first reading of some ordinances, and then we'll go on from there. Ordinance number 763, an ordinance for the purpose of amending the revised ordinance of the City of Miller, South Dakota, number 756, to provide for amending the water rate to be charged by the Miller Municipal Water System. Be it ordained by the Common Council of the City of Miller, South Dakota, that the city fee schedule listing water rates be amended as follows. The rates to be charged to consumers be amended as follows. It talks about the current rate with debt services, and then it'll talk about the total rate. Resident rate is going to go from $4.25 to $4.75 per 1,000 gallons. The base fee is going to go from $26 to $27. The debt service surcharge water tower, $3.94, plus the debt service charge of Phase 1, $8, plus the debt service charge for Phase 2, $5.60, plus the debt service surcharge Phase 3 for $2, plus the debt service charge for Phase 4, $7.15, plus the debt service charge of Phase 4, $2.20, and it's going to go from $54.89 to the $55.89. Those surcharges remain the same from last time to this time. The only thing that's going up is the per 1,000 gallons rate.
And the base fee.
Huh?
And the base fee.
And the base fee, yes, thank you for that. Residence rates, no base fee, $4.25 to $4.75 per 1,000 gallons, and commercial rates from $2.45 to $4.75 per 1,000 gallons. Plus, the base fee according to the meter size, this is 5/8 to 1 inch base fee, plus the debt service charge, surcharge, water tower, let's go back to the 5/8 to a 1 inch base fee from $40.71 to $41.71. Plus the debt service charge water tower, $3.94, plus the debt service charge Phase 1, $8, plus the debt service surcharge Phase 2, $5.60, plus the debt service surcharge Phase 3 is $2, plus the debt service surcharge Phase 4, $7.15, plus the debt service charge Phase 4 at $2.20, for an increase from $69.60 to $70.60. 1 1/2 inch base fee from $48.03 to $49.03, plus the debt service surcharge water tower, $3.94, plus the debt service surcharge phase 1, $8, plus the debt service surcharge phase 2, $5.60, plus the debt service surcharge phase 3, $2, plus the debt service surcharge phase 4, $7.15, plus the debt service surcharge phase 4, $2.20. And that will go from $760.92 to $76.92 to $77.92. 2-inch base fee from $55.34 to $56.34, plus the debt service surcharge water tower, $3.94, plus the debt service surcharge phase 1, $8, plus the debt service surcharge phase 2, $5.60, plus the debt service surcharge phase 3, $2, plus the debt service surcharge phase 4, $7.15, plus the debt service surcharge phase 4, $2.20, and that's going to go from $84.23 to $85.23. With the 3-inch base fee, it's going from $84.69 to $85.69, plus the debt service surcharge water tower, $3.94, plus the debt service surcharge phase 1, $8, plus the debt service surcharge phase 2, $5.60, plus the debt service surcharge phase 3, $2, plus the debt service surcharge phase 4, $7.15, the debt service surcharge phase 4, $2.20, and that rate is $113.58 to $114.58. For a commercial water rate, no base fee, it's going to go $4.25 to $4.75 per 1,000 gallons. This ordinance should be in full force and effect so as to commence and include all water billings beginning with water usage for the month of December 2025. I'd entertain a motion to approve the first reading of ordinance 763 and move it to our second reading, which will be next meeting on the 17th.
I'll make a motion to approve the reading of ordinance 763, the first reading.
Second? Okay, you got a motion and a second to approve the ordinance number 763. Discussion. Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
You need to
Aye.
record it, don't you?
Pardon me?
You need to record
The
the votes.
second.
Next time.
No,
Next
the
time.
second time. This
Okay.
is only, all we're gonna do is, next time we will record the vote. So thank you for that.
Thank you.
Yep, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries. And again, all we're doing is approving this to move forward to the second reading, when at that time we will take a roll call vote on each one of these ordinance. The second time around, I only have to read the number, not the entire thing. Ordinance number 764, an ordinance for the purpose of amending the revised ordinance of the city of Miller, South Dakota, number 757, to provide for amending the sewer rates to be charged by the Miller Municipal Sewer System. Be it ordained by the Common Council of the City of Miller, South Dakota, that the city fee schedule listing sewer rates be amended as follows. 1, rates are rates to be charged to customers to be amended as follows. Resident sewer rate, the base fee is going to go from $26 to $27. The debt service surcharge of phase 1 is $18.75. The debt service charge for phase 2 is $10.60. The debt service charge for phase 3 is $10.85. And the debt service charge phase 4 is $3.70 for a total rate of $70.90. The commercial sewer rate from $26 to $27. The debt service charge for phase 1, $18.75, plus a debt service surcharge phase 2 of $10.60, plus the debt service surcharge for Phase 3 is $10.85. The debt service surcharge for Phase 4 is $3.70, for the total of $70.90. Commercial accounts using over 6,000 gallons of water per month add $1 per 1,000. This ordinance should be in full force and effect so as to commence and include all sewer buildings beginning the sewer usage for the month of December 2025. I'd entertain a motion to approve the first reading of ordinance 764.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Hearing none, ordinance, all those in favor of supporting ordinance number 764, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries. Ordinance number 765. An ordinance for the purpose of amending the revised ordinance of the City of Miller, South Dakota, number 758, to provide for the amending the electric rates to be charged by the city by the Miller Municipal Electric System. Be it ordained by the Common Council of the City of Miller, South Dakota, that the city fee schedule listing electric rates be amended as follows. 1. Rates, the rate to be charged to customers be amended as follows. The resident rate, $18.90, will be go to $20.60 base fee plus energy charge all kilowatt hours. It's going to go from 0.0469 to 0.0511. The debt service charge of 2020 bonds, all kilowatt hours, 0.0484, and the total rate will be as 0.0995. Commercial rates are going to go from $12.59 to $13.72 base fee plus the energy charge all kilowatt hours. That's going to go from 0.0711 to 0.0775. Plus the debt service surcharge of the 2020 bond, all kilowatt hours, 0.0658, for the total rate going from 0.1369 to 0.1433. The large power was $10.10. It's going to go to $11.01 base fee plus energy charge all kilowatt hours from 0.0441 to 0.0481 all kilowatt hours plus the demand charge all kilowatt hours from $5.35 to $5.83 plus the debt service charge 2020 bond all kilowatt hours $12.95 to the total rate from $18.30 to $18.78. Municipal rate from $6.32 to $6.89 base fee plus energy charge all kilowatt hours from 0.075 or 715 to 0.0779 plus the debt service surcharge of the 2020 bond all kilowatt hours 0.0595, and then the total rate would be go from 0.1310 to 0.1374. Street lighting is going to, it was $1.25, and it's going to go to $1.36 base fee plus energy charge all kilowatt hours. That was 0.0953, and now will be 0.1039, plus the debt service charge from the 2020 bonds, all kilowatt hours, 0.03 or 235 to the current rate from 0.1188 to 0.1274. Security lights, customer meter from $7.28 to $13.94, the city meter from $12.13 to $13.22. This ordinance should be in full force and effect so as to commence and include all electric billings with electric usage for the month of December 2025. I would entertain a motion to approve the first reading of ordinance number 765.
I move to approve.
Second.
Discussion? Hearing none, motions are made in second. All in favor of the ordinance, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries. Okay, ordinance number 766, 2026 appropriation ordinance. This is the general fund, the gross receipt fund 211, and the capital improvements. Government funding, 10,400, unassigned funds, $20,000. Capital improvements will be $33,350. Item number 31,000, taxes, be $1,600,600. Gross receipts tax fund, $55,900. 3,200 or 32,000 funding deals with licenses and permits, $7,100. Intergovernmental revenue, that's number 33,000, which is under general fund again, will be $146,050. Capital improvement, $1,300,650. Item number 34,000, this deals with the charges for goods and services. Under the general fund will be $28,750. Item number 36,000, miscellaneous revenue. Under the general fund would be $135,400. Under gross receipts, Fund 211 will be $1,275. And capital improvements will be $633,000. Item number 51,000, this is transfer in. Under the general fund is $18,720. So the total means of finance under the general fund in 101 is $1,956,620. Under gross receipt tax, Fund 211 will be $57,175. And capital improvements will be $1,967,000. For governmental funds, 41,000 general government. These are going to be all under the general fund 101. 41,101, the council, that's $48,015. 41,105, contingency, be $25,000. 41,301, elections, $2,200. 41,401, attorney, $10,000. 41,402, financing, finance is $146,545. And 41,902, building, $33,275. The total general government is $265,035. Item number 4,200, public safety. Under that, 42,101, police, $506,180. 42,201, fire, that's $35,790. 42,301, code enforcement, $5,500. And 42,901, civil defense, $3,500. Total public safety, $551,150. Item number 43,000, they're dealing with public works. Item number 43,101, street, $761,260. 43,501, airport is $29,520. And then under the capital improvement on that line will be $1,334,000 for the total public works of $790,780. and the capital improvement be the $1,334,000. Item 44,000 deals with health and welfare. Under that, item 44,900, health and welfare, $8,915 for the total health and welfare of $8,915. Under 45,000, culture and recreation. The ballpark, which is item number 45,101, was $65,130. Item number 45,103 is a pool, $92,870. Under gross receipt tax will be $10,000, and under the capital improvement will be $633,000. So the total cultural and recreation under the general fund will be $219,335. Under the gross receipts will be $10,000. Under the capital improvement will be $633,000. Item numbers 46,000 deal with conservation and development. Under that, item 46,303 zoning. Under the general fund will be $15,250. Under item 46,501 economic development was $67,000. Under community center, which is under the gross receipts tax, will be $44,750. 46,503 promotion of the city. Again, on general fund will be $7,055. For the total conservation and development under general fund will be $89,305, and our gross receipt tax will be $44,750. Capital outlay, which is item 48,000, 48,500. Resolution number 2024-13 under general fund will be $20,000. And 48,500, resolution 2025-12, be $12,000 for the total capital outlay of $32,000. 2026 appropriations, cash retained. First of all, total 2026 appropriations under the general fund will be $1,956,620. Under the gross receipts will be $54,750, and under the capital improvement will be $1,967,000. So the cash retained under general fund will be $0. Under gross receipts tax is $2,425, and the capital improvements would be $0. Proprietary and fiduciary funds. And this will be under the beginning unrestricted cash. Under the water fund, 602 is $6,390. Under the electric fund, 603 is $46,830. Estimated revenue under the water fund is $812,750. Under the electric is $2,551,000, and under the sewer fund is $714,000. Total available water fund is $819,140. Electric fund is $2,597,830. Under the sewer fund is $714,000. Less appropriation expense under the water fund is $819,140. Under the electric is $2,579 and $2,779,110, and under the sewer is $662,860. Less transfers out, and the only one there is the electrical department of $18,720. So the total cash retained, water fund $0, electric fund $0, and the sewer fund $51,140. dated this 17th day of, no, that's November, that'll be next time. I would entertain a motion to approve the first reading of ordinance number 766.
I'll make a motion to approve the reading of, first reading on ordinance 766.
Second.
Discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries. One more of the ordinance before we get to the resolutions. Excuse me. Ordinance number 767, an ordinance amending Chapter 22, Article 2, and Appendix A, City Fee Schedule of the ordinance of the City of Miller, South Dakota. Be it ordained by the Common Council of the City of Miller, South Dakota, that the following sections have been amended or added to Chapter 22, Article 2, Section 22 to 31, and that Appendix A, City Fee Schedule of the City of Miller Municipal Code, be hereby amended to change to the following fees. This is Article 2, Police Department, 22-31. Police Support Services. Fees for police support services include but not limited to providing accident reports and digital media copies and fingerprinting shall be in the amount provided in the city fee schedule on file in the office of the finance officer. Appendix A, City Fee Schedule. This is the administrative fees, miscellaneous. Records requests, anticipated reports, $4. Fingerprinting, 2 cards is $15. More than 2 cards is $30. I would entertain a motion to approve the first reading of ordinance number 767.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Hearing none, all in favor of ordinance number 767, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries. All right. The next two are resolutions. And resolution number 2025-11-2. A resolution correcting the numerical designation of resolution number 2025-11 to the resolution number 2025-10. Whereas resolutions number 2025-10 was erroneously missed in the numbering of the city of Miller, South Dakota, and whereas the numerical designation of resolution number 2025-11 dated October 20th, 2025 was incorrectly numbered as such, and there it be resolved by the governing body of the City of Miller, South Dakota, that resolution number 2025-11, conveyed land to the Miller School District, be renumbered to resolution number 2025-10. It is hereby declared necessary to administratively correct the numerical designation of this resolution enacted by the governing body on October 20th, 2025, and to be declared the governing body's intent that all references to said resolution in October 20th official minutes be referenced to resolution number 2025-10 instead of resolution number 2025-11. I'd entertain a motion to approve resolutions number 2025-11-2.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Hearing none, motion is made and second to adopt resolution number 2025-11-2. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries. Okay, resolution number 2025-12. A resolution establishing capital outlay accumulations for the general fund equipment replacement. Whereas the City of Miller, South Dakota has determined that the replacement of certain pieces of equipment is necessary to properly service the City of Miller. And whereas South Dakota Codified Law 9-21-14.1 authorize the municipality to establish a capital outlay accumulation account for the purpose of purchasing said equipment. And whereas as required by the South Dakota Codified Law 9-21-14.2, the purpose of maximum amount of this accumulation must be clearly stated. And whereas the City Council of the City of Miller acknowledged that according to the South Dakota Codified Law 9-21-14.2, these accumulated amounts must be expended within 60 months of the date of resolution establishing said accumulation, and any accumulated funds deemed no longer necessary shall revert back to the general fund. Now therefore it be resolved that the City Council of the City of Miller, South Dakota, that a capital outlay accumulation account be established, and that the finance officer be hereby authorized and directed to budget and accumulate $12,000 per annum for a police patrol vehicle beginning with the 2026 appropriations from the general fund. I'd entertain a motion to approve resolution number 2025-12.
So moved.
Discussion.
Second.
Now any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries. Okay, moving on, Phase 4, utility improvement, project. SPN invoice, number 37242 to 37246. Those invoices can be found on pages 21 to 23, and they total the amount of $52,550.20. Once looked over, I'd entertain a motion to approve the invoices from SPN.
I'll make a motion to approve the invoices from SPN in a total of $52,550.20.
Second.
Discussion. Hearing none, a motion is made and second to approve SPN invoices 37,242 to 37,246 in the total amount of $52,550.20. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carried. Did I ask for discussion? Things-
Yeah, I think you did.
Okay, all right. If I don't, make sure we do that. Okay, I want to have Terry come up. I said TL Olson's construction change order, number 24, that can be found on pages number 5, found on page 24 through 29. And I think there's a kind of a summation of that on, if I remember correctly, on page 29. No, it's not. Where is it? That's on page.
Page 24.
No, that's, wait, okay, let me go back. Terry, hold on that.
Okay.
Then Terry will talk about the pay application. It's on page 30 to 33. Is that what I want, Terry? That one on,
Change order 5 is the easiest one.
which one did we talk about? I wanted you to,
The change order,
the change order,
Yeah.
yeah.
yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's down below, that's later, okay, all right. So the, change order number 5 on page 24-29. There it is. You wanna,
There's quite a bit on the change order because there was a few blocks of pipe that we didn't have to replace because it was plastic instead of transite, asbestos pipe. So that's quite a bit of savings there. And when he dug his trenches, he made them narrower than what they originally planned. So he used a smaller trench box so it didn't tear up as much asphalt, so there's savings with that also. So it was, what was it, like 400 some thousand?
that's what I'm trying to find,
Project.
24, remember what it was, Cindy? I didn't, $425,282.75. That's kind of the.
Overall.
Overall, savings on that project. Reduction, I should say.
In the whole
on that-
project.
On the whole project.
We tried to get, with the new highway coming in at 27, that's going south and through Main Street. There's some lines that maybe have to, you might have to move. And, for the most part, I think we're gonna be okay on most of it, except where it crosses the road down by the Legion and Kelly's Plumbing. So we'll have to lower that, and Camden's gonna put some prices together on that, but figured it'd be between 25 and 50,000,
And that'd be our expense.
right?
Yep.
And we tried to get it in on this project since we had the money left over, but the state denied it. They said it wasn't in
Scope.
the scope of the work from before, you know. But we didn't know about it then, or we could've added it, but they wouldn't let us add it, so we'll have to come up with that on our own, which will have to be done next year sometime.
Because that's gonna go through next year, right?
Right.
Okay, all right,
So,
all right. Any questions for Terry with that regard? No. All right, so with that, I would entertain a motion to approve TLC Olson Construction Change Order number 25,
Number 5?
or number 5, did I say I said 25?
I'll
Number
make a
5.
motion to approve TLC Olson Construction Change Order number 5.
Second.
Discussion. Hearing none, motion is made and second to approve TL Olson's Construction Change Order number 5. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries. Once I said that, something like that in the government class, they just knew what I meant. So here, we wanted me to make sure they say what I, intended. Okay, next item is TL Olson pay application number 13 for $524,060.81. That can be found on pages 30 to 33.
I'll make a motion to pay TLC Olson's pay app number 13 for $524,000, $524,060.81.
Seconded.
Discussion. Hearing none, motion is made and second to approve the TL Olson pay application number 13 for $524,060.81. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries. On page 34, this is just more or less for the projected budget review. This is just more or less informational purposes, you know, to be looking over. And stuff. So if there's anything there, we can talk about it, but just more or less for your information. Okay, item number 9, Helms and Associate invoice 37-210 and invoice 37-220 for the total amount of $13,429.23. Those can be found on pages 35 and 36. And this is for the taxiway and the AWASP system.
I move to approve the invoices number 37210 and 37220 for $13,429.23.
Second.
Discussion. Hearing none, motion is made and second to approve Helms and Associate invoice numbers 37-210 and 37-220 for the total of $13,429.23. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries. Now, this next change order basically does nothing other than deal with the date of completion with regard to the airport project. And we're planning on doing that this year, and because of weather constraints and concerns, we pushed it to next year. So on page 37, you can see the AIP number 3-46-0035-016-2025 change order number 1, dealing with the airport. And again, it doesn't do anything with regard to the amount of money. All it's talking about is the construction, dealing with the time of construction.
I move to approve change order number 1.
Second.
Discussion? Hearing none, motion is made to, seconded to approve change order number 1 with the AIP. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries. Han County mitigation plan update review. The second meeting was held on October 14th, and some of you attended that meeting. Did somebody, anything on that the council should know? I was planning on attending it, but it didn't work out, that I was free that time.
So Allison at NECOG requires that we have a little bit of discussion on this, include it in our minutes and send it to her to support it for our
What
update.
Ellison wants at NECOG, we'll accommodate.
The public survey was mentioned, and she said if you hadn't had a chance to take it, it takes like less than 5 minutes to fill it out. So invite everyone to take the survey. There was a little bit of follow-up on digitizing flood maps. Talked about this at the first meeting. Talked with SD OEM, and they said it's possible for county and cities to do their own mapping. The first step would be conducting an H&H, which is an hydrologic and hydraulic study. They can include this in the plan update, because if there ever happens to be funding for it, it has to be in the plan for it to be eligible for funding. Auditor, emergency manager, and finance officers ask that you include Han County mitigation plan on the agenda for your next meeting, and then talk about the 2 meetings we'd had. There's documents that can be integrated into the mitigation plan, critical structures, recent and planned developments. We reviewed projects in the current plan and discussed which had been completed and what new projects should be included. Miller's been doing really well at completing a lot of our mitigation plan. Encourage people to complete the survey, and then if any additional comments or questions, contact Arlen or Allison.
Where do we go to complete that survey?
There is a QR code on our Facebook page, website, and on the front door.
Okay, we'll do that, all right. In all seriousness, I do want to thank all the different entities. I don't care if it's NECOG, the county with regard to the mitigation plan. Everybody's involved. It's very much appreciative. It keeps in kind of on top of the things that we need to make sure that we stay informed on. So we do appreciate that. Item number 12 deals with holidays beyond policies. And the one thing that I was going to say, and I think Governor Roden has already come out, and this is just more or less for discussion. I know as mayor, I have the authority to do things, and I don't mind doing them if it's an emergency situation. If a storm comes up, we close City Hall, I'm gonna make that call, okay? But if something can ever be, is out there that I can have maybe discussion about input, and I know it still comes back to me, but I do appreciate the input and the more or less discussion with regard to these. And we've had the discussion, Thanksgiving is always on a Thursday, then do we come back on that Friday? This year, Christmas is on a Thursday. We get Christmas Eve off and Christmas Day, am I right?
Yes.
Okay, and we come back on that Friday. personally, I'm more inclined to, with regard to that, at least take into consideration, giving them, those days off. And I think the only expense it would be I believe, the police department, with regard to if we, you do it that way.
If you want to give an additional day this year for Thanksgiving, the day after Thanksgiving, it will affect the police budget only.
Yes,
And I did a little quick sheet here for that additional day on the 2025 budget, what that would total. Using the two highest paid officers, that doesn't necessarily mean that those two are working that day. I just used it for reference. And then the day after Christmas would actually fall in the 2026 budget. You can see how much that would be with the two highest paid officers.
What if
No.
you just had them on call for those 2 days instead? Then everybody gets their time off and it doesn't cost a couple $1,000.
That's why I appreciate having time before, to have that discussion. And it's nothing that we have to make a decision tonight because we'll have another council meeting before Thanksgiving. But it's just, I'm just putting that out there for thought and also for discussion. I'll be very honest with you, I've been down here on that Thanksgiving day afterwards, and there's, other than, the electrical, sewer, and water department, there's hardly anybody, comes in and stuff, so. And things, but just a thought, and we can have it on the agenda for the next meeting to, but like I said, I know I have the authority, but I think when anything can be addressed ahead of time, I appreciate the input of the council and in discussion, all right? Okay? All right, now,
Did you want me to put that on the next agenda
I think
then?
so, yeah.
Okay.
Unless somebody wants to entertain a motion tonight,
Let's throw it on the agenda.
put it on the
Okay,
agenda.
for next week, or,
Then if you have any other questions, you can, but, we'll, the 17th,
Okay, because Thanksgiving this year is the 20th.
27th.
27th down next week.
Okay, so we'll have,
We have plenty of
yeah,
time.
so we'll have some time.
Yeah, okay. All right, without objection, item number 13 deals liquor license renewals. I don't know if anybody has a conflict of interest with regard to any one of these licenses, but I'll read them in their entirety, A through I. Canham LLC, package off sale. Colburn's Incorporated, that's Kessler's, package off sale. Milan Incorporated, that's Pump and Pack, package off sale. Pat's Place LLC, retail on sale. Dolgan Midwest LLC, Dollar General, on off sale, that's wine and cider. Miller Rexall Drug Company, retail on off sale, wine and cider. Redneck Paradise Incorporated, that's Papa Top, retail on sale and package off sale. Turtle Creek Saloon LLC, retail on sale. And the Family Dollar Stores of South Dakota LLC, Family Dollar, retail on off wine and cider. Visiting with Ted and the police department, everything checks out and no problem with any of them. So I would entertain a motion to approve the for 2026 liquor license renewals for each of those establishments as listed.
So moved.
second,
Discussion? Hearing none, motion is made and seconded to approve the 2026 liquor license renewals for those just listed. Discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries. Item number 14, building permit.
Two parts to that. First one is, we again have people in town building without permits. And I think we need to be firm and address that. The last time that was going on, I believe we issued some sort of fee or a fine.
So we did a $200 fine.
How much?
I believe it was 200 total.
So I think we should probably stay in line with what we have been doing and continue to do that.
Yeah. We did have one, I know, up here earlier, and I think Dustin and I no more than talked about it. And one of the individuals came up and did, kind of wasn't aware of it and did take out a building permit for construction being made. And so it was just, I think it was just started the other day. And, but a building permit has been taken out. And in this situation, it was replacing something and then extending it a little bit more. And it dealt with the fence. Do you want to say something on that, Dustin? The only concern, and I'm going to echo Alderman Jones' comment with regard to that. Whenever you're doing digging, you've got to get a locate. You just have to not incur a heavy fine for the repair of anything that, as far as a disruption, and I think it's a pretty good fine too as well for that. So just make sure that any not only getting a permit prior to the construction, but also if any digging is done that you get locate. And it doesn't take too long. You call it in and it's how soon is it usually done, Dustin? You know,
Everything to be completed is 72, isn't it?
within a 48-hour period, so
Business days.
business days, okay. So,
Also like to add that, I mean, if you're digging in the wrong spot, you could die, so that it's
Oh.
a very,
yeah.
it's a safety aspect as well.
Dustin indicated you could die, so it's not only beneficial as for your pocketbook, it is also a health-related issue with regard to that. So, thank you for that. But I do know there's one that came up right away today, and she was, I think she was notified and came up right away.
Well, good.
Okay? But again, she felt that she was covered, but she did extend, so she needed because she did extend it, she did get it, so. All right? Anything else?
Yeah, I have another one.
Okay, good.
One of the building permits that we did approve a while back, I'll admit I didn't look at that as closely as I'm currently wishing that I had. And I was under the impression that when you're putting up a new structure, that you need to be in line with the rest of the houses on that block. And there seems to be some, I don't know if it's confusion or lack of wording in our codes that would allow you to, if there isn't a house there, and you're gonna put up a structure that's not a house, you can put it wherever you want to in that lot. And obviously there's probably nothing we can do about a permit that's already approved, but going forward, I think we should find a way to restrain people from putting buildings any direction, any angle, wherever they feel like in their lot. I think that's a poor precedent to start.
Okay. And I don't do,
We're
and I'm,
referencing 40 to 296.
Yes.
I read it, I mean, we could go back and forth on how it's worded. I read it that if it's not a dwelling, it can be, I don't want to say wherever you want, but it doesn't have to be in line. Maybe we just need some clarification on how that reads, but if it's not a dwelling, I read it that as long as it's at least 20 feet back and not within the 5 feet of the rear, 6 feet of the rear of the property, that it can be wherever, but that's just the way I read it.
It also refers to those buildings in that particular code as accessory buildings. And I would argue the point that, I mean, what is it an accessory to if there's not a house there? If there isn't a dwelling there, there's not a house there, it's hardly an accessory building. It's a building that I feel like should conform to the rest of the aesthetics of the block.
And, usually I don't, I'm gonna bring up this thing because, out in you have, Beaner Dish is a nice addition. But you have those two corner lots kind of at an angle. I think they aesthetically look great. I mean, they're really nice houses, and but they're, as far as how they're located is not the same as the other ones, facing directly or, an east-west situation. So, I know what where you're coming from with regard to that. I think in some situations, people might build something with regard to the convenience for them of the use they're intending that building to, for.
Well, I get that completely,
Yeah.
but at the same time, I think there should be some sort of obligation to them to be eye-appealing to all of the neighbors, especially when they aren't even your neighbors,
Yeah,
because there isn't a house there.
yeah. Okay. Okay, so we can make sure we take a look at those as well, all right? Anything else on that? Okay, thank you. Anything else? Nothing else on the agenda? Move to approve the, the bills?
Make a motion to approve the bills.
Second.
Discussion. Hearing none, motion is made and second to approve the bills. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries. Then I entertain a motion to go in executive session personnel, for personnel pursuant to South Dakota Codified Law 1-25-2-1 for employee wages.
Second.
Discussion? Hearing none, motion is made to go into executive session. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries.
8:02 PM.
See ya.
Aaliyah, we won't come back on the air, so if there's anything you want to contact me with regard to tonight's meeting, you sure can. All right? Thank you.